said he calls you Jerry.
Yes, sir.
You let anybody else call you Jerry?
Everybody, coaching staff, weight room guys, everybody. It's just kind of, I think Wade or Sammy started it, and then it just kind of went with the flow. So Jerry.
Like it or?
Yeah, no, it is what it is, man. You know, I'm just glad to be here and, you know, build that relationship with the guys.
Grayson Mann with TigerNet.com. Dabo Swinney earlier said if everyone worked as hard as you, the easiest job in the world. Just to hear that kind of praise from someone who's only really been your head coach for a couple months, just what has that kind of been like for you?
It's definitely a blessing, man. I just, you know, try to go 1-0 each and every day, man, and kind of capitalize, kind of, you know, just trying to become the best version of myself and, you know, help the guys around me.
Jason Priester, Clemson Insider. Wade and Sammy both talking about how you like to come in early, and that's kind of rubbed off on the rest of the team. Is that something you did while you were at Alabama?
Yes, sir. It was something I did. It was more low key when I was at Bama, but when I came here, you know, I was rooming with Peter Woods. You know, we just kind of made it a thing just to come in, and everybody else started, you know, catching on to the vibes, and we got offensive guys doing it, defensive guys doing it, just trying to go 1-0 and just become the best versions of ourselves for real.
Claire Foley with Watch Fox Sports. With what your teammates just said, they said they feel like you've been the difference maker this year. What are your goals going into this season? Has that been your mindset straight out of the gate, that you want to work as hard as anybody out there just to be the best you possibly can?
Yes, ma'am. First and foremost, I just want to thank God just because, you know, being the transition, it was quick and easy. The goals going into the season is really just become the best version of myself. Like I said before, take one day at a time and likely to thrive, man. Just take it slow and continue to praise God.
John Lennon's most career was, would you say, was more low key at Alabama? Is that you're just going and doing it by yourself?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So just doing it by myself. Sometimes it'll be more just. You know, I made the transition to inside linebacker, so at first it was me going in, watching film by myself, just trying to understand the defense as a whole. Understand the defense as a whole and understand, you know, what the offensive guys are doing as well, watching film, just trying to better myself each and every day.
It's just, again, I'm seeing all, like, you know, TJ and Peter coming with you, and then all the other position groups starting to do it as well. Like, how rewarding is that as a guy who just got here to see everybody's kind of following?
It's definitely a blessing, man, just to be able to make an impact, you know, being a new guy here. We're just trying to go 1-0 each and every day, and just like I say before, it's kind of repetitive, but just become the best unit and one team, one goal, just become the best version of each other as possible.
Darren Carter, Frequent News. What is that work ethic that you've been doing throughout college just comes from?
Yeah, I would have to say my father. You know, in youth league, he would have all the guys running stadiums, pushing sleds, pushing tires, just doing little things extra each and every day. So definitely my dad probably instilled that work ethic into me. He had worked two jobs growing up, so just seeing my dad always working hard, it definitely has to go to him as far as where I get my work ethic from.
With I guess, pushing sleds, like standing up, staying late, like over time, everything like that happened all in high school, I guess. What was that?
No, youth league, like we was doing this in the summer of youth league. You know, youth league don't really have summer workouts, but we had, you know, my neighbor, a couple of the guys, our quarterback, receivers, and running backs, linebackers. I played both ways in a youth league, but it started in youth league, man. We was doing extra work in the summer, like I said, running stadiums, pushing tires, and doing sleds.
Coach Bullwear talked about using you in a bunch of different ways. You know, how do you kind of see yourself fitting into this defense, and where do you see yourself now?
Honestly, man, I just want to come in and be able to make an impact on and off the field, whether that's on special teams, whether that's playing Sam, Mike, or Will, just trying to be a role player for the guys and just make a name for myself.
You said usually, but what was like the youngest age you were when you were like pushing it?
Oh, this was first grade, first year of playing football out the gate. My dad always just said, in order to be the best, you got to work like the best, man. So ever since then, we've always been hard-working kids since the youth league days, man.
Coming into a new team, to see the rest of your teammates, the other position groups, even getting behind you and doing the extra work, what kind of reassurance does that give you to maybe this was the right place for you and what you guys might be able to achieve this season?
Well, when I first got here, I was in a meeting with all the defensive staff. Well, minus, you know, Coach Allin, he wasn't here yet. But, you know, I just told Coach Ben and Coach Swinney and the rest of the guys in the meeting room that my first thing I wanted to do here was earn the respect of the guys. So that's kind of where that really came from as well, just coming in and just showing the guys that I'm willing to work and put everything on the line, even though I'm new here. But I'm going to give the guys everything that I have each and every day.
You haven't been here long, but you've got a nickname. Everybody raves about you, from your coaches to, your fellow players. Does this feel like home already? I mean, do you feel like this is the best choice?
Yes, sir. I kind of felt that when I first got here, man, reconnecting with Peter Woods, the relationship with Coach Sweeney, just the beautiful campus. I remember it from high school, but I'm excited to be here, and I definitely would call this place home.
Facts and Childress, 105.5 The Roar. You obviously played LSU twice when you were at Alabama. Can you talk a little bit about, some of that rivalry still might be in the back of your mind to an extent, and playing a team of that caliber week one was your first game with the new school?
Really, man, I know we opened up with the guys, LSU, but I really haven't, since I've got here, I've just kind of put everything else behind me. And, of course, Coach Sweeney always preaches windshield mentality. You don't forget the past, but you kind of look for the future and just focus on the future and always being present at where you're at right now. So as far as the rivalry back at Bama, I really don't think about that a lot. And as far as going forward, I feel like each game is a big game because Clemson's playing in it. So it's just that mentality of going 1-0 each and every day.
Summer WSPA TV. Tell me about what you've learned from Coach Bullwear so quickly. I mean, he's got a lot of name recognition around here. He brings a lot of intensity. What have you learned from him that maybe you were lacking before you met him?
One thing Coach Ben brings to the table, and what he brings to me and what I see from him, is just his energy. He's a younger coach. He's able to relate to his players a lot more. So just being able to have that relationship with a coach that he's been here, he's won a national championship. So everything that he's done, I'm trying to accomplish, and so are the guys in our room. So it's easy for us to look up to him.
Ashley Mason with the Clemson Insider. I know you're talking about taking things one day at a time. Have you let yourself think about the first game in Memorial Stadium, and are you excited about that? How are you feeling about your first time down the hill?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I like to kind of visualize things and kind of play things before they happen, just, have that confidence when the time comes. But running down that field or running down that hill, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Each and every game is just going to be a blessing for sure, first game out.
Wade Woodhouse was saying that he sees you just here still, lifting weights at 5:30 p.m. and says, go home, bro, take a nap or something. What if he says that to you? What do you do? Do you go home or do you stay?
I'm gonna probably stay, man. I like to listen to Kobe Bryant, and he's kind of a big idol to me as far as how he worked and the Mamba mentality. And he's always saying he's pushed himself to exhaustion to become the best version of himself. So that's kind of something that I've kind of took upon myself to kind of forsake into my lifestyle each and every day.
So what does it feel like when you get home? You just collapse?
It kind of depends. Mostly I'll go to sleep. I might watch a little Netflix, but other than that, I'm in the bed, probably stretching in Normatex.
What shows are you watching?
I finished The Recruit a couple days ago. Pretty nice CIA movie. The one I'm watching now, I'm episode 2. I can't really remember the name, but it's a CIA movie as well. So I'm into, the CIA movies. Yes, sir.
So you want to become a CIA person?
I just kind of how they, I don't know how to explain it, but they're just entertaining to me.
Anybody else for Jeremiah?
Do you have a childhood idol that you looked up to playing-wise that you tried to emulate your game after, or an all-time favorite player?
Childhood, I played both sides of the ball, so not really. But as I got to high school, I was rushing the passer, kind of Von Miller. We kind of had the same height, but I kind of got moved to inside linebacker. So, now that I'm coming more of my IQ and my tendencies are coming higher, I kind of like to watch film on Patrick Queen. The guy, he's kind of same stature as me. So I like to watch a lot of ball, though. But Patrick Queen is probably now is the guy that I like to watch a lot.
Anybody else?
In terms of Tom Allin and his scheme, what does he do that makes things so simple for you guys to be able to just play?
Coach Allin, first of all, man, his energy, it allows you to want to come to work each and every day and put everything on the line for him. Like I said, Coach Ben, just the energy that the defensive staff brings is just unmatched. He just allows us to play fast and physical, keeping the play call simple, and we're just able to go out there and play ball and not think a lot.
Anyone else? All right, Jeremiah.
Thank y'all. Y'all have